YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy TriniFX here, back with another recap. So today's recap, I managed to record my morning execution on my personal account. So I'm just going to walk you guys through this morning. We were anticipating lower prices. As we could see, market opened and we began to trade lower. Pre-New York, we had this large displacement lower. So we could have anticipated a tough morning, but this morning was really tough for inexperienced traders. So I'm just going to walk you through step by step why I took the trade and why I exited. So I hope you find some value with it. With that being said, let's get into it. All right, guys. So currently market just opened and we were on a 50-minute time frame. We're on a 1 minute now. I just marked off my first presented fair value gap. I wanted to see price trade higher, clearing out those relative equal highs on a 1 minute chart on your left. I was just waiting to see how big of a retracement we could have gotten. We did inverse that 15-minute fair value gap there, and price was creating some bullish fair value gaps on a 1 minute chart, but we were bearish for the day. So we didn't chase price. We just were anticipating a retracement higher than to go lower. So I just checked the 2 minute time frame and I'm flipping through 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, even on my other monitors. And those candles on the left, those are hourly candles, so I can see what's going on the hourly time frame. So we're just monitoring price, being patient here. Now, if we were chasing price, we'd have taken a long. Probably would have worked out, but you know, you have to pick a bias and stick to it. So I was just measuring to see if price were to give me a market structure shift, what sort of displacement we'll get. So price did trade up to the third green shaded area. That was the highest fair value gap in the run on a 15-minute chart. So just check 3 minute time frame. Back to our 1 minute chart now, and we could see price showing a willingness to go lower, but we just gotta be patient. We did have a big displacement lower pre-New York especially, so we're getting a run now. What I wanted to see was price to give me a market structure shift below those lows. We see a very tiny 1 minute bullish fair value gap formed. See price trade up. There was a breaker there as well, higher 1 minute fair value gap there. And I did go short as price traded up into the breaker. I went short, anticipating a run lower. Now, normally I would have waited for price to trade back into the 1 minute fair value gap, because if we measure from the retracement low to high, we should have already executed in a premium of that range, but I was already short. Monitoring to see, we could see price respecting that 15 minute. It didn't inverse that higher one, but we could see price did trade up to that 1 minute fair value gap, and that was the ideal short. So we were already short, so we were in some drawdown here, and we just had to be patient and just see if our bias is correct. We see price coming back below the first presented fair value gap. And there we begin to get a displacement lower. So I'm just getting my position ready to take the trade off once price trades below the low. And we could see price beginning to retrace. So ultimately I wanted to see price displace with aggression now. Because we see it respecting the first presented there. So, you know, I was really confident that we will displace lower. But if you traded this morning, you would know. So between like 9.50 to 10.50, price was just basically consolidating on a 15-minute time frame. This is what you call high resistance liquidity runs, guys. Price just traded down, traded back up. So this, I went back to a 15-minute time frame because on a 1-minute chart, that could be a little nerve-wracking, seeing price in profit, out of profit, in profit. So I was monitoring to see, you know, if price would close inside of that green shaded area, which is the fair value gap on the 50-minute time frame. Here we got a displacement. The price was just a lot of time going back and forth, creating 1-minute fair value gaps, bearish and bullish fair value gaps. So this morning, if you weren't seasoned guys, you could have gotten chopped up. These kind of runs, when we see either a large Asia displacement, London or pre-New York, we could expect New York AM to be a little choppy. So we are still just being patient. Our stop is there for a reason. You know, if we got stopped out, we'd have called it a day. So still monitoring price. And I right at that point in time, guys, I took the trade off. So guys, I just wanted to show you guys the executions. I went short as price closed below the breaker, and I had to sit through this is a 1-minute chart now, so I had to sit through this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is the first presented gap. So when price traded here, guys, I just exited the trade, you know, preserve my mental capital. This was a high resistance liquidity run. Market open, traded lower. We had the Judas swing, playing these highs, trading into the 15-minute fair value gap. And we saw displacement. This was the ultimate entry. I should have waited for a retracement of this range. Would have gotten a better return. But I exited here, guys. Got 50 points. Ultimately, price did trade lower from about 10.50. And we got the displacement we were looking for. But sometimes it's better, as I said, to preserve mental capital and trade again tomorrow. So with that being said, I hope you found some value, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know in the comments how you found this week trading was, and we'll talk again. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.